Hey guys, it's me, Dominic. Before we get into Connect Group tonight, I want to tell you about something special that is going on at the Heart. December 8th, we are going to be receiving our Waymaker offering. It's something we do each year. We have a focus that we drive towards at the end of the year. And what we do is we gather our resources financially, and we're able to start the new year with a chunk of finances that help make a way for what God is doing in this community, in this city, and how we can be a part of that. And I want to take a few moments to tell you what that is and what that could look like and how you can be a part of it. What we want to do is, our goal for this year is $50,000. And with that $50,000, what we want to do is right away, half of it we're giving back out to our community. We're going to be partnering with 3 organizations, the Southside Community Center, which helps with people who are transitioned from being homeless and people need a place to stay. We're going to partner with School Fuel, which is an organization that helps provide meals for children that can't afford food, can't afford meals, and they provide that. They're doing that each and every week. And with an organization called the Hayes County Food Bank, they do such a great job of providing food for our entire county and getting food to people who are going hungry. These are problems that exist in our city, in our community, and we want to partner with organizations that are solving these problems and making things happen. It's also going to coincide with some volunteer opportunities throughout the year of 2020 that we will be able to have to serve and partner with these organizations. So that's where half of the money is going. The other half of the money from the Waymaker offering is going to go towards building leadership here at the Heart. Now, it's going to go to building leadership for the people that are here at the Heart, but not for the purposes of making the Heart better. We strongly believe and embrace that people have leadership within them, that you have leadership within you, and we want to activate that leadership. We want to activate the leadership that you have inside you to make it a more impactful environment that you have at work, a more impactful environment that you have with your family, an impactful environment with the friends that you have around you. And if you choose to serve here at the Heart, then that is great. But many people who will come and visit the Heart, they won't stay here forever. Some people will leave, some people will move away. And what we want to do is still grow the leadership within them. So wherever they grow, they are growing the kingdom of heaven and they are growing as leaders to become the people that God is making them to be. So this money will help us to provide so many opportunities for many of you to come to leadership conferences with us next year, leadership books, purchase and create leadership resources, training, online training, leadership materials, maybe even host our own Heart Leadership Conference next year. We have so many big plans for growing the leadership of the people within our community, whether they come to the Heart or not, whether they're Christian or not. We want to be able to grow and activate people's leadership, because when leadership grows, when leaders get better, a community grows and a community gets better. So that is the heart behind and the vision behind the Waymaker offering. If you choose to be a part of it, you can learn all about it at theheart.church/Waymaker. There's easy ways to give on there. And of course, we want to welcome any questions that you might have on that. So let us know. And now you can get back to your group. Okay, love you guys. Good evening, everyone. So grateful for you to be here tonight at Connect Group. My name is Dominic Insignius. I'm the leader here at the Heart, and you picked a great night to be at Group this week because we're going to be finishing up our series that we've been in on Sunday mornings called Continuum. And in this last message that we had on Sunday, we looked at our present, what God is doing now, where we are now in our life, and how God is working in the here and the now for us. And we had a couple scriptures that we looked at. I'll have them on the screen here in a moment. Now, for our first question tonight, though, what I want to talk about is what it means to be present, what it means to be here. And I want you to think about a time, and it's going to be in your past, or maybe it's right now, but a time when you were fully present in a moment. An experience you had, and it's such a vivid memory because you were all there. You weren't distracted by your past or distracted by your future. You were able to be all in. And if you want to, I want you to tell us why that moment is so special to you and what made that moment something where you felt you could be all there in it. So let's take a few minutes to talk through that, and you guys go ahead. All right, now as cool as this concept can be of being all there, of choosing to be where we are. That's not always the way it happens. We get distracted with life, and it's not because we're evil people. We just get busy and we have things that we have going on in our life. And so what I want to do is, I don't want to paint anybody in a negative light, and I don't want to ask this question to bring up bad memories, but I want to know, when was a time that you had an experience where someone that you were with, they weren't fully there? You could tell that they were somewhere else, that maybe that, they were thinking about something else, or they were somewhere else, and that changes the moment that we're able to have with people. So I want to ask you, how do you feel when someone that you're with isn't fully there? And the goal isn't to find fault in the people around you, but what I want to do with this question is to be able to get our minds going on, maybe sometimes we are that person. We are the person that is not always there. So if we can understand how it feels to experience that, it helps us to go a long way of being aware of that in ourselves. And that's the whole goal with this series, is to remind ourselves that wherever we are, we can choose to be fully present, fully there. So let's talk through that and see what you guys think. All right, now, if you haven't read the scriptures yet, you can take some time to read through some of those verses, and I want to focus on the verses that we read on Sunday in the book of Luke. Now, remember, if you weren't at church on Sunday or haven't listened to the podcast, it's no problem. You can still be a part of the conversation. We ask these questions in such a way that you don't have to be present at church to be able to be part of the conversation. In fact, you don't even have to go to church here to go to church here. So in Luke 17, verses 20 and 21, what I want you to do is read through this. And then the question I have for you is, how does this, and if it does, what does it do for you? Okay, so does this change anything for you, and how does it change your perspective on when God is and where God is? It's been so fun to look at these scriptures over the last couple of weeks, and how past tense is mixed with present tense, is mixed with future tense when it comes to talking about God. So reading these verses, Luke 17, 20 through 21, if it does, how does it change your perspective on when God is and where God is? So let's take some time to dig into that. Remember, this is your opinion. You don't have to be a Bible scholar to answer this question. It's all kind of where we are on our journey of faith. So let's take some time to talk through that. All right, now as we wrap up this series with this last question for this group, I want to focus on what it means to be here. And maybe you have something in your life that is distracting you from being where you are. Some of us, we're always thinking about the past, or we're constantly worried about the future and looking towards that. So I want to know from you, what do you need to do? What do you need to put down? What do you need to get rid of? What do you need to change to be able to be fully present, to choose to be where you are today, to be where you are in your relationships, to be where you are in your relationship with God? How will you this week remind yourself that you are here and so is God? I hope you guys have a great rest of the group tonight. Before you go, make sure you say thank you so much to our group leaders and hosts. It's because of what they do, their sacrifice, that allows us to be able to have these groups. And this is really where our faith grows the most. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and we will see you Sunday. We're starting our brand new series, our Waymaker series, and we're going to see how God makes a way when there's no other way to have. God makes a way for the things that He's preparing us for. All right, I love you guys too much, and we'll talk to you soon.